Hello YouTube, Andy here, and today I do not have a usual vlog to you. Today I have something I've been promising since the day I started YouTubing, and that is dun, 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 my review of Lamb of God's new album, Resolution. It came on Saturday, which is pretty good because it's officially out today, so I was pretty chuffed with that. First of all, I'm just going to talk a little bit about the packaging. Probably can't see it. Well, yeah, you can actually. It's not just like a typical plastic CD case. It's a fold-out cardboard booklet-y thing. It's got a really nice feel. Yeah, it's got the lyric sheet in there, which is pretty cool. The disc itself's nice, and the design of it, like the visual elements of it, fits with the rest of the packaging. And on the inside you have this image of an eye, which is witnessing all the death and explosion that's going on out here, which is a desert. So I'm not quite sure what that symbolises. I've had a little look into it, but I don't know. I'm not sure if it symbolises anything. Right. The album itself is amazing, worth all the anticipation. If you have not bought it yet, then you know you need to buy it. If you're a metal fan, if you're a groove fan, if you're a thrash fan, you know, especially if you're a Lamb of God fan, you need to get it. It's 14 albums long. It's just short of an hour. It's pretty big for a Lamb of God record. Fair play. Starts off with Straight for the Sun, which is just it's just a big sludgy, groovy explosion really. It gives you a proper feel for the album. Really heavy, some good doomy parts, you know, straight away from the word go, which is quite funny because, you know, it starts off with Randy going, go! It's just balls out heavy straight away. There is no time wasted, and that's probably one of the greatest things. It's also quite a relaxing sort of song, at the same time as being just a big, sludgy, heavy, doomy explosion. When it sort of calms down towards the end, out of nowhere, Chris Adler just turns into like a baboon with drumsticks, going into an absolute frenzy, and that launches into Desolation. And Desolation is more like the trademark Lamb of God sound. It's got some brilliant riffs. Randy's extremely angry, which is a good sign. The chorus is hooky, sing along, you know, it makes you want to tap along a lot. Very fast paced, very aggressive. The lyrical themes are like death and destruction and things like that. It's a catchy tune. I've got it in my head right now. I would sing it, but I'd probably embarrass myself. The instruments fuse together really well in some parts. Like, yeah, there's a real sense of it being a proper team effort, which is very good. There's some really good breakdown sections. Then of course track 3 is Ghost Walking, which was the lead single from the album, so you should have heard that already. You know, it's a hell of a song. It's really good acoustic intro. It's probably the most trademark Lamb of God song on the album. It's probably the one that you should listen to if you're thinking about buying it. It's a pretty obvious choice for a single. You know, it's a great mixture of speed, sludge, and heaviness. I think here Randy stands out as the best performer. And I think that because they've mixed it rather well. On this song they've mixed it so Randy's voice is louder than everything else, and thus gives him like an element of standy outiness. This is quite effective because on some of the other songs too, they've got it mixed where Randy almost sounds a little quieter, especially in some breakdown sections, and it does work to great effect, and they haven't overdone it at all. It's very catchy, really easy to understand as well. I've got a great solo there from Mark, the first of the album. Yeah, it's just what you want to hear really. It's definitely going to be a fan favourite, one that everyone's going to want to see live. Then we have Guilty, which is track 4. Guilty's faster, you know, mad rapid drumming, which we've all come to expect from Chris Adler now. Because, to be fair, Chris on this album performs amazingly well, probably possibly better than before. But that's probably one of the greatest things about this album. I think the whole band are pushing themselves a lot, similar to Machine Head with their latest album. I got the Metal Hammer fan pack edition of that. It came with a huge magazine all about the album, and all of the members were saying that the album's pushing them further than they ever thought they could go. And it's very good, and just staying within your comfort zones and making something that was easy, but maybe you're not as proud of. So it's really good to see Lamb of God, you know, truly pushing their boundaries. Yes, Guilty, you know, it's heavy as just like 10 tons of bricks falling on you. You know, you could really sense the anger that the band are trying to deliver. There's a huge chorus. It gets progressively doomy. It's quite discreetly done as well. The guitars are the standout here. Finishes quite suddenly. Then we go into the undertow. Starts off with a melodic quick riff. It explodes into, like, you know, a big fusion of madness. And then it calms back down to how it was a few times. And then it properly takes off. Oh, I got a cough, sorry. Has some brilliant pace changes. They're very effective. The chorus is big, it really gets you pumped. Some, you know, another element with all these big pace changes, the timing element, really, you know, you really focus and see that they must put a lot of time and practice into their timing, because it can't be easy getting it all as right as that. And you must have had to rehearse it a hell of a lot, so well done to them there. I think, yeah, there's some parts where Adler, well, the drummer, is almost battling the guitars to see who can get fastest, you know. It's a great song, really, yeah, heavy as hell. The number 6, it's full out heavy, no time wasted. That's probably one of the greatest aspects here. They don't waste any time, they're just going straight into every song, you know, delivering that sound that everyone wants. The catchiest bit in this song is they keep on singing "You Dug Your Own Grave," and the band are chanting it a lot. That's a big element of this song. It's repeated all throughout. The drums, like, you know, Chris is playing hot potato with his drums, like they're on fire. Randy is very consistent. That's noted on all of these songs, you know. It's very catchy, some slowed, doomy choruses when it gets further ahead. It stops quite suddenly to give a bit of a mellow bit, and then, you know, it builds up and it makes you really want the heavy drop again, and of course they deliver. And those are the sort of moments where, you know, they're going to perform it live and everyone's just going to go completely mad. Yeah, you know, another great song, Barbarossa, track 7, the halfway point. This is just an instrumental, it's the shortest track, it's a minute 30. Yeah, it's just a calm, soothing sort of break.